I grew up thinking it was just me and my granddad against the world. He always told me my parents died in a tragic car accident when I was a baby. I had no reason to doubt him. He gave me a wonderful life, working long hours as a mechanic to make sure there was always food on the table and eventually putting me through college. But whenever I asked for pictures of my dad, he'd get quiet, look away, and say the old photo albums were lost in a house fire years ago. When I turned 24, I decided to take one of those online ancestry DNA tests. I wasn't looking for family, I just wanted to know my ethnic background since Granddad's memory was starting to fade. I swabbed my cheek, sent off the tube, and completely forgot about it. 6 weeks later, I got an email notification that made my blood run cold. The website had found DNA relatives. I didn't just have one match. I had 12. All of them were listed as half-siblings. My hands shook as I messaged the closest match, a 6-year-old woman named Maya who lived just 3 hours away. I typed, "Hi, I just got my results. It says we're half-siblings, but I was told my dad died before I was born. Do you know what's going on?" She replied less than 5 minutes later, "What exactly were you told about him?" We agreed to meet at a diner halfway between our towns the following weekend. When Maya walked in, it felt like looking into a mirror. She had my exact same crooked smile and the same distinct hazel eyes. We sat in a booth, and after a few minutes of nervous small talk, she slid a thick manila folder across the table. "Our biological father didn't die in a car crash," she said softly. Inside the folder were old newspaper clippings and court documents. Our father was a notorious con artist and charismatic cult leader who had preyed on vulnerable young women across the country throughout the late 92nd and early 2000s. He would isolate them from their families, drain their bank accounts, and then vanish without a trace. He was currently serving a 40-year sentence in federal prison for fraud and extortion. My granddad hadn't been lying to hide a secret. He had been lying to protect me from a monster. My mother hadn't died in a crash. She had passed away from an untreated illness, completely destitute after that man had taken everything from her. Granddad had stepped in, taken me, and erased my father's existence to give me a clean slate. Maya explained that she had been tracking down our siblings for 3 years. There were 13 of us in total, scattered across the country, all born in the wake of this man's deceit. Some were raised by single moms struggling to rebuild their lives, others by grandparents like me, and a few had sadly ended up in the foster system. Over the next few months, Maya added me to a group chat with the others. We called it The Survivors. Late at night, we shared our stories, our struggles, and our deep secret fears that we had somehow inherited his darkness. But as I got to